Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about speeches. Love them or hate them, they're something each and every one of us has had to do and give in at least one point of our lives. And today I'm going to be teaching you how to do the best worst speech ever. Now you may be wondering to yourself, how does this even work? How would you make a best worst speech? It seems counterintuitive. But believe me, figuring out the methodology of a bad speech is the first step to writing a good one. Now let's begin. The first thing people look at when you give a speech is speech development. So this is like how organized your speech is and whether or not it has a good opening and closing statements or arguments. And there are several routes you can take to make this initial evaluation terrible. One route is randomization, and this is actually very easy to achieve. So what you want to do is stay on topic for maybe a good 30 seconds and then abandon the topic altogether. Here's an example of a speech supposed to be about lunch lines. Lunch lines are long and I hate them. And we need to do something about this. But how about the Olympics? The US is doing terrible this year, huh? Crazy, right? And this is why. End speech. See, completely random. Another thing that may help is introducing and closing your topic straightforward. Judges hate it, and it will truly make your speech terrible. The next thing to look at is effectiveness, which is all about how well your speech topic interested the interviewer or the judge. Now, there are two ways you can take this and make your speech terrible. You can either talk about something super boring, like how the grass in your front yard is growing, or how your collection of boogers you keep in a sock underneath your bed is collecting, or you can literally give a speech telling people about how amazing you are. Both are very uninteresting and are sure to get you a terrible score. Pick your poison. The next thing they look at is correctness, and was about how good your grammar really is. Did you pronounce things correctly, and did you have good wording? This is where the fun begins. On a terrible speech, from here you have a myriad of choices to choose from. You can take the Key and Peele route and pronounce everything slightly incorrect to annoy the judges. Like instead of saying Devon, say Devon, or instead of saying interesting, say interessante. Another fun thing to do to screw up your scores is making up words. Like, that dude was vibranium, homie. And then I was chillax relaxing in my house tub. These surefire techniques will help you get that negative score you've always wanted. The next thing they look for is appropriateness, and this is all about how and where your words are suitable for young audiences. Now, you could take the vulgar route and swear, but that is totally inhumane, and if you do that, you are neither funny nor cool. Instead, you should sing to them mid-speech, like you're auditioning for The Voice. That will totally shake the judges and make them think of how inappropriate you really are, especially at parties. Another thing to look at is speech value, and this is how well your ideas flow and if there's logic behind it, as well as originality. This can also be fun to tank. A great way to do this is through anti-logic, and things in your speech logic could explain, but then you flip it, so it makes completely no sense. An example would be, and this is why Rudolph was a Nazi, because his nose was red and he saved Christmas. There's absolutely no logic there, and you'll definitely lose a lot of points for saying something like that. The next thing to look for is voice, and this is basically how well you sound. A fun trick is to voice crack in 30-second intervals, then in between go high and low pitch. And this way you'll get the kind of sound like so. Hey guys, welcome to this super cool video on how to fail a speech. The last thing judges check for are nonverbals, and these are things like appearance, arm movement, and assurance. Now, because this is the last thing the judges check you for, you need to go wild. Wear like a meat suit, like Lady Gaga, or the less impressive, like me, just wear a white t-shirt. Next, your eye contact. You can either be looking down, or you can be looking directly at them, as though they were about to take the last donut from the box, and you haven't eaten in days. And lastly, and definitely, make sure they don't feel assured. This goes back to stuttering a bit, and maybe scratching your head several times, and maybe taking a quick, deep breath in between the break or middle part of a speech. But either way, the mission will be accomplished. Now, these are all ways to make your speech awful, and I in no way intend on you guys using them. But maybe by learning how to fail a speech, you might have picked up some way on how to ace a speech. Or not. Good luck, guys. This video is sponsored by Circle K. And we have a $10 coupon giveaway in the description below. I completely ask you to subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys on more interesting videos like this. If you have any comments, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And I hope to see you guys next week for a video on how to do a regular speech.